I'm going to school at Pacific Lutheran University in Tacoma, Washington, and I'm there seeking my master's in business administration with a minor in Hispanic studies and a minor in classics, which means Latin.
Right now I'm studying at South Puget Sound Community College to get my AA. When I'm not in school, I do part-time photography just on the side.
Well, after CC, I graduated and I did not know what I was going to do right away. I really honestly had no idea. I just knew that I really wanted to be involved in missions. I just prayed about it and decided to do a discipleship training school with Youth with a Mission in Costa Rica for about 5.5 months, and it was wonderful. That was a real life-changing experience for me and kind of gave me more of a focus on working with children at risk and youth and kind of a counseling aspect. So then after that I worked until I went to Moody Bible Institute, where I'm going now, and I'm loving it. So I'm taking their pre-counseling minor, since they only have a minor in Spokane, and then I'm also taking a major in teaching English as a second language.
I am at George Fox University, and I just declared my major actually. I am now going for a double major in mathematics and philosophy, which is really exciting.
Well, after I finished Challenge 4 last year, I decided to take a year off to do a gap year, and during the gap year I studied for the SAT a bunch and took that, and did some community college classes and a variety of different things, and worked towards figuring out what I was going to do for college this next fall. And I applied to 6 different schools, and fortunately I was accepted at all the different schools that I applied for with enough scholarships to make it fairly affordable. So everything worked out in terms of having a homeschool transcript. There weren't any problems with that. And next fall I'll be attending Whitworth University, and I'm really looking forward to it.
CC is a lot of work, but so is college, so it was nice to have the experience of time management and balancing out the workload with also just living and eating and breathing. And also, another thing that really prepared me was it prepared my mind to think logically in a way that's biblically sound, because when I went to college, there was a lot of professors who would argue with a hint of truth, but not quite full truth, and so I had to use what I learned from CC to be like, wait a minute, that sounds good, but it's not quite there.
CC, it all kind of culminates into kind of the same direction for me. As when I left, I felt just comfortable in my own educational skin, if that makes sense. I could go to a classroom full of a bunch of strangers and not feel put out by people disagreeing with me. I could have conversations with people that otherwise would be very, very heated, but because of the experiences through Socratic discussion and whatnot in CC for many years, I was so comfortable with that. It didn't ever cross my mind to be offended or upset or on edge. I could kind of have a discussion about anything with anyone, and it'd be smooth, and I could enjoy it and take from it and give to it and whatnot.
I think CC was very helpful in preparing me. A lot of the thing that I personally appreciate the most is that CC was very oriented around me organizing my own schedule with the course assignments. So there wasn't a hour set aside here each day for this and this and this. It was more of a flexible schedule of, here are the core assignments, you figure out how you can orient your week to get these things done and then still do other things. And so that has been really helpful, because I have classes, and then it fits the college model and schedule, and so I felt very competent in the idea of time management, which has been really nice. I also feel very equipped in just projects in general. I know how to study well, I'm able to write papers well, and that has really paid off a lot. I'm actually getting to have a paid position next semester as a TA for my college writing and research writing with one of my favorite professors.
It definitely prepared me. Jumping in and going, I've done this before. I have read a book in a week. I have written papers on these different books before. I have questioned challenging ideas in classes before. I have had a Socratic discussion before, and I just felt like I knew what I was doing.
I would say, number one, students communicate with your tutors and with your parents, because education is not like something that you're fit into the education box. And that's what I love about CC, is that CC wraps education around you to fit you. And then also like stay encouraged and don't give up. Most things that have any value are worth fighting for.
It all culminates into one kind of direction at the end of the course. So whether you start at foundations or essentials or challenge, it's all going to build upon it, the last thing or the most recent thing you did. So by the time you reach the end of it, it all makes sense. And by the time you reach the end of it, you'll be confident in your study skills, your conversation skills, and your writing skills. Because when it's done, and you kind of look back on it and see, wow, like this actually helped me in all these different ways, or maybe this one particular way that I otherwise would not have grown in as much if I had not done this. So yeah.
I would encourage those who are going to CC or already in the program to say that this is definitely a comprehensive program, and so it might seem overwhelming or frustrating to do Latin, and that was something that I struggled with, I remember, but I think overall it is an immensely helpful program because it includes things like geography and politics and all this vast spread of ideas which just prepare you to be a complete individual. And so to be able to have that complete aspect, a really rounded out education that also comes in from a biblical perspective is really incredible.
Yeah, I was really glad that CC was able to provide lots of people that were supportive and encouraging and able to help me along with my high school education. I'm really grateful for all the investment that was made by my CC tutors, fellow classmates, and just the CC community in general.
Just stick with it. It's good. I'm so glad I stuck with it. In Challenge 1, I started reading a bunch of great American classics, and that continued into the British classics, and that continued into poetry, and that continued into the ancient literature. And I mean, I've experienced all of these different things. I have been able to participate in debates and great discussions, and I've been challenged. Like, I have been forced to question major ideas that I have taken for granted, and I feel that much more confident. And so that, like, the one thing I would just say is don't give up on it.